Hello out there. This is Veronica. I'm coming on with a general message for the collective. I hope that you're doing well wherever you find yourself. I hope that you're practicing temperance energy, which looks like imploring grace inside of every moment. It's expressing and receiving an amount of grace and patience. Being patient with yourself and being patient with others. Yeah, before I dip into pulling cards, I'm going to go ahead and read from my Bible. Yeah, this is Sirach chapter 37. I'm going to start with verse 16. It's wisdom and temperance. A word is the source of every deed, a thought of every act. The root of all conduct is the mind. 4 branches it shoots forth. Good and evil, death and life. Their absolute mistress is the tongue. A man may be wise and benefit many, yet be of no use to himself. Though a man may be wise, if his words are rejected, he will be deprived of all enjoyment. When a man is wise to his own advantage, the fruits of his knowledge are seen in his own person. When a man is wise to his people's advantage, the fruits of his knowledge are enduring. Limited are the days of one man's life, but the life of Israel is days without number. One wise for himself has full enjoyment, and all who see him praise him. One wise for his people wins a heritage of glory, and his name endures forever. My son, while you are well, govern your appetite, so that you allow it not what is bad for you, for not every food is good for everyone, nor is everything suited for every taste. Be not drawn after every enjoyment, neither become a glutton for choice foods, for sickness comes with overeating, and gluttony brings on biliousness. Through lack of self-control, many have died, but the abstemious man prolongs his life. Abstemious. Yeah. Temperance, patience, moderation and moderation. Right? Yeah, another cool thing about reading the Bible is that, this is a book meant to be interpreted to the reader. So once you begin your process of developing the eyes to see and the ears to hear the Holy Spirit in and around you, you can really take this and apply it to so many other realms of existence. And as a star seed, I believe that it's important for us to understand the language of the Father and the Son, and how those two things are one. Because those two things are God. And maybe that's something that you out there have known, but forgot, conveniently, The temptations of this world are very great. And there are many things that can blind or cover your perfect vision of seeing yourself the way that others can perceive you, whenever you're really living in a moment of joy. All you know is how to smile and laugh and be present inside of that moment. And that moment you can stretch on forever, Sure, there will be times when people enter your bubble, enter your sphere, and the frequency match You can sense it, but it's not something that you allow to enter your bubble. It's not something that you allow to shift you internally. I'm seeing this bubble, right? And as I'm talking and explaining, I see the bubble begin to morph and kind of like billow out on one side or another, and it becomes misshapen. But that's not what we're doing here. Maybe in the past, but that's just something that you've become aware of. And the awareness is more than half of the battle, because once you have like the language and the sensation, the feeling in your body that you can hearken back to. What a cool word. Thanks, Spirit. You'll be able to target and pinpoint that within your mind, within your heart, and remain centered, remain balanced. Simply remain. The first card out was the Lovers, and it came with the 10 of Pentacles. On the bottom, we have the 4 of Cups in reverse. So it's like, I don't take reversals, not very often. So we're not going to do that. What this is saying is that you, as one half of this Lover's card, and the 10 of Pentacles, total material fulfillment, this could be a moment where, again, you had experienced some deep, deep joy. And perhaps there was an onlooker who felt jealousy or felt disappointment with their own hand, their own cup. Queen of Wands, 10 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, the Hierophant. Oh, these cards are just really coming out right now. And the 2 of Pentacles. So let's make some sense out of this, shall we? Because what this looks like to me is that somebody was in total material fulfillment, maybe in a family, and felt like they were pulling all of the weight. The feminine energy inside of the relationship felt like she was pulling all of the weight. Working very hard, staying true to herself, staying true to the path, staying true to what God Most High has been speaking to her in times when she felt trapped and bound. This is the chop wood, carry water. This is crossing the T's and dotting the I's. Even though you felt like you had everything taken care of materially, it's not something that just came easily to you. You had to work extremely hard and stay dedicated to your path. And yes, it might have seemed like a balancing act. Oh, the next card is Judgment. Let's get one more. I usually pull 8. Thanks, High Priestess. With the Ace of Cups on the bottom. Wow. Transmuting the energy of feeling stuck and bound with the power of God Most High and you, your hard work and effort. Because in order to experience heaven on earth, you do have to take these teachings into yourself and then apply it to your actions. There's a lot of wands here on the table. If we take the one wand that the Queen of Wands is holding and these 10, that's 11. That's Ascended Master energy. You know what else it is with that Four of Cups that was on the bottom? It's rejecting other lifestyles that don't fit in with your current way of living. Because you understand that God put you exactly where you are for a specific reason, for several specific reasons. And I'm sure that you already know what they are. This is just confirmation that whatever relationship that you find yourself in right now, where you are taken care of, even though it's a lot of hard work to keep it balanced, and not only to keep other people inside of this relationship container happy and fulfilled and whatever it is, just by you being you. I'm almost getting that it wouldn't be anywhere near as happy and fulfilled if it wasn't for how hard you have worked on yourself and to make sure that everybody is taken care of inside of that space. And I mean, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but either way, whatever space you find yourself in that kind of feels like there's no escape from, the High Priestess is coming out at the end of this stretch of cards to say that you are able to take this stuck and bound energy and transform it into something that will allow you to take action that fulfills you emotionally. It's like you've done this for so long that you have become okay with the amount of effort that you're putting out there. And because it has been so one-sided, you understand that whatever move you make next to fill your Ace of Cups for your own new endeavor into some sort of emotional fulfillment, you're going to be okay. You're going to be better than okay, actually. Because you were the one who held this all together. And even though other folks, it felt like they were juggling you while you're trying to work hard, pay the bills, raise the kids, do all of that stuff, you received word from God Most High that it's time for a change, that it's time to move maybe a little bit differently. Let's get some oracle cards. And that wisdom and temperance, wisdom comes from learned experiences. So perhaps this was a situation where you did have to work really hard and kind of be taken advantage of a little bit for your time, effort, energy, good faith, and agape love. It's you wishing to see the world be a better place, so why not start exactly where you're at? And it kind of just falls flat on other people, and because it falls flat on other people, it makes you feel stuck. Venus, the planet of values. It is what we find valuable, worthy, beautiful. Beautification is a word coming to me. On the bottom, we do have the root chakra. So Venus and the Lovers coming out together shows me that not only are you feeling safer by moving a little bit differently, Spirit says that's going to be your tell, is if you start moving a little bit differently, doing something a different way, even just slightly. It just has to be you and your free will pulling the strings, not like somebody hands you a checklist and you go down, da, 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 da. That's not it at all. It's you doing something kind of spontaneously and allowing the cards to fall wherever they lay. The next card out is Libra. I love this because planet Venus is the ruler of Libra. Libra is about balance. It's the scales of justice. And it's coming out underneath the 10 of Pentacles. So that tells me that Spirit is coming in for you to balance out the one-sided energy that you had been experiencing inside of your efforts. It's time for you to begin receiving instead of being the one who's working hard and giving. What are you giving? You're giving away your life force energy. Because here's the thing is like, yes, Venus is values, but one way that we measure our energy is with money. So Venus also rules over currency. So if this is a workplace situation where you are giving a lot of your energy away for the Pentacles, you could be feeling that, you know, your energy levels just aren't where they used to be whenever you're going to tackle the job or the task at hand. And that could be a big reason why you're feeling so stuck. Because your heart's not in it anymore. Yeah, heart chakra and 10 of Wands. That's a really overburdened heart. And how are you supposed to understand what to value inside of a moment's notice if all you can concentrate on is the task that's weighing you down? Yow. Yow. It's archangelic frequency. It's a repetition of a cycle, but a graduation of the cycle. It's like Spirit's presenting you with an opportunity to do something that you have already done, or do something that you have been working on, but this time around you're going to pass the test with flying colors. Dodecagram at the bottom, that's the 12-pointed star. So it is a complete set. There's the root chakra card. We knew it wanted to come out. And it's right underneath the Hierophant. So you're finishing cycles of working way too hard for not enough yield. And God Most High is coming in to help you feel safe so that you can move in a direction that actually suits you. You're feeling safe enough to receive the opportunity to act on your highest joy, your highest and best good, whatever that means to you, right? It's a subjective experience, but do no harm. That's always, you know, number one. The 6-pointed star, the hexagram, coming out underneath the 8 of Swords. Yeah. Maybe you felt like you were bound by a false structure. And then Pisces, coming out underneath the High Priestess. On the bottom is Capricorn. These readings always seem to take some strange turn, because in the tarot, the Devil card is signified The Capricorn energy is signified by the Devil card in the Tarot. And the hexagram, the six-pointed star, signifies the realms of the above and the below. But whenever you're living inside of a false power structure, inside of a false light power structure, it could seem like there's a lot of things above that you don't really have control over. It could seem like whatever fiat currency, frou-frou, flossy shit that's above, wow, flashy shit, right? I'm getting like Keeping Up with the Joneses energy, which I know you don't play like that. But a lot of folks do. And so I'm almost getting that is just what you have extracted yourself out of, was like, oh, what is that song? Let's get back to the basics of love. Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas with Waylon and Willie and the boys. The successful life we're living got us feeling like the Hatfields and McCoys. It'd be like that. The orca whale with records. It's the Akashic records. And I'm kind of getting that with the Pisces energy coming out. Because the Pisces energy, it is the 12th sign of the zodiac. If you don't follow True Sky, sidereal astrology, which includes a Fucus. But the 12th sign in tropical zodiac is Pisces. And it is about the all. It's the completed set. It's the full circle. It's the endless ocean that one can enter and exit. You can breathe in and breathe it out. And it never ends, right? Something that I thought about the other day while I was talking to a friend was about accessing the Akashic records and past lives, remembering past lives most specifically. And what I had said was, past lives can be remembered whenever you are able to remember your ancestry and your lineage, because your DNA can be traced back to the very first birth mother of your lineage. So that means that you carry quantum memory material inside of your DNA cell structure, and you can pull off of those memories if your internal dialogue is quiet enough, if your body is healthy enough, where you don't have too many free radicals bouncing off of each other in there, causing too much static, causing too much noise. That's why detoxification is very important for us at this time. So we're detoxifying from the static that has polluted the all and caused you on the external to be experiencing things that are burdening you, that are weighing down your heart. Okay? It's all an inside job. So bear that in mind as you are consuming things. Bear that in mind as you are focusing on your health instead of focusing on external wealth that can keep you trapped inside of a false structure, a false societal structure. Because once you lose your health, you really don't have much of anything. It doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank if you're unable to experience internal quietude, internal peace. And out there, if you are struggling with your health, make sure you are following the advice of your doctor. Or if you're trying to transition out of the medical system, work hand in hand with them as you, move into more of a naturopathic way of healing your body. This is not medical advice. Just throwing that out there. And I just want to get like one more card for you. Okay. But this is the message that I am receiving today. You're being assisted by the angelic realms to continue. You're pretty much going to continue working just as hard as you have been. But the best part about it is that you're going to remember what your true values are and pull it all back into balance by reining your energy back in, walking away from things that actually just take your energy instead of adding to it. And that's another way that you'll know if something is for you or not. It's going to feel correct. It's going to build you instead of take from you. One more card, please, spirits. Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas. With Waylon, Willie, and the boys. Have gratitude. Yeah, just be thankful for where you're at, man. Because you know what? You're a survivor. And that's enough. That is enough. You are enough. Have a beautiful day.